Hello, I'm Julene Packer, the CEO of the International Academy of Astrology and Skywatch columnist for the Mountain Astrologer. And this is the weekly sky tour for June 22nd through the 28th. Now I have the sky set here for June 22nd at 9:30 p.m. Okay, so as the skies start to darken, the first objects that are going to pop into view are going to be Mercury, just to the right or west of the moon, who will be due west. The moon's due west, and Mercury is to the right of that. Above the southwest sky here, we have Mars and Saturn. Now I'm going to advance this ahead a little bit so that the skies darken and we can watch some of these other stars pop into view. Okay, so here's 10 p.m. Now what I want to start doing is I want to start introducing you to the Nakshatras that they're the lunar mansions. Each one is 13 degrees and 20 minutes in length, but they're based on the fixed stars. So using the Nakshatras, you can actually begin to delineate the living sky. You can look up in the sky and delineate the astrology using the Nakshatras, and it's actually kind of cool. So Mercury here is by Pollux and Castor, the heads of the Gemini twins. Now this nakshatra is Punarvasu, and it is the star of renewal. It's ruled by Jupiter. And Punarvasu actually means repetition of light, okay, or return to the light. And because it's ruled by Jupiter, it's related to prosperity. And it's about the renewal of creative inspiration. So this nakshatra is good for launching creative projects. Since Mercury is in that nakshatra, it would be good for launching Mercury-ruled nakshatras. Now, the following day, on the 23rd, Mercury is going to actually move into the next nakshatra, which it will remain in until a different video, where we have these dim stars of Cancer. So it's going to start to travel this week through Cancer, and it's actually going to enter Pusha on June 23rd, and that's the star of nourishment. It's ruled by Saturn, and what this is it's the following nakshatra. So it's about bringing stability to the forms, to the new forms, and bringing them into fruition. So that's why it follows the star that is good for launching your creative projects. So if you can launch something today, at some point tomorrow, Mercury will move into Pusha, and then it's going to be good for materializing that. Now, Pusha also creates spiritual energy, so it's good for spiritual practices and that help to align us with our Dharma. Now, Mars is here below Denobula. Denobula is the tail of the lion. This nakshatra is Uttara Falguni, and it is the star of patronage. Its keynote is kindness and compassion for humanity. Okay, this nakshatra is ruled by the sun, and it brings opportunity for creative expansion and growth. Okay, so things that are about creative expansion, about a larger social cause for humanity are great things to do for the planet in Uttara Falguni, which is just under Denobula. Now Saturn over here is above Spica. Spica is the key star of the nakshatra Chitra. And this is the star of opportunity. Okay, it's ruled by Mars. And the celestial architect, Tavastar, is the presiding deity of this. Okay, so this is related to craftsmanship. Spica is also about exploring the spiritual depths of our soul and to glimpse our true self. So this is about building and crafting the things that are true to our true self. So that takes us through the nakshatras of these planets. Mars will remain in this nakshatra Uttara Falguni for the week, and Saturn has been in and will remain in Chitra for a while as well. All right, so let's take this through the week so we can watch the movement of the night sky. This is the 23rd now, so that was Saturday. Here's Sunday the 24th, Monday the 25th, Tuesday the 26th. Okay, so the moon is going to pass Mars between the 25th and 26th. We have Wednesday the 27th and Thursday the 28th. So we'll watch the moon pass by Saturn as well. And then that'll take us to the 29th with the moon over here by Zubin el-Ganubi and Zubin Eshmali. Those are just fun to say. Those will that will pick us up next Friday when I begin. Now, set times for these planets. I'm going to go to about the middle of the week here. So let me just stick this on June 25th. Mercury is going to be setting around 10:15, 10:30. Okay, 10:30 Mercury sets. Mars is going to be setting around 1 a.m. So here we go. We're going to advance this to 1 a.m. There's 1 a.m. Mars just set. Saturn is going to follow around 2:15, I believe. There's 2. Saturn's still visible. 2:15, Saturn has set. Okay, so those are the set times of those planets. Now I'm going to take you to the morning sky where we can see Jupiter and Venus. So I'm going to go here to Saturday morning on the 22nd at about 4 a.m. And we're going to move this over to the east. Okay, so now we're looking in the east at 4 a.m. Here we go, 4:15, 4:30, Jupiter rises between 4:15 and 4:30. Now Jupiter is here with the Pleiades. There are 7 stars here. Alcyone is the one that is most often sighted. Now the Pleiades belong to the Nakshatra Kritika. Okay, and Jupiter's going to be here until June 29th. Okay, so next week we're going to watch Jupiter move into the next Nakshatra Rohini where Venus is. Now the Kritika with the Pleiades here where Jupiter is the star of fire, and it's ruled by the sun. This is about our tenacity to achieve greatness and the spiritual warrior fighting for social causes. Okay, so this is a good nakshatra for fire rituals and things for purification. Now Venus is going to be the next planet to rise in the morning, and here she comes. Yeah, between 4:45 and 5 o'clock Venus is going to rise. Venus is in the next nakshatra because she's near Aldebaran. If I back this up, there you go. There's Aldebaran, Aldebaran, however you want to say it, Aldebaran probably. This is the star of ascent. Okay, this nakshatra is ruled by the moon. It's about preparation for fertility and growth and fulfillment of earthly desires. But it has this thing of at what cost. Okay, what is the price for the fulfillment of our material desires? This is Taurus, right? This is Venus and Taurus. Venus is exalted in Taurus. So when Venus is in Rohini over here by Aldebaran, it can really tend to make us more materialistic and striving after our desires. And where this comes from with that there might be a cost or a price comes from the story of the nakshatras. So these 27 nakshatras are the wives of the moon, and Rohini was the most beautiful. It was the favorite nakshatra of the moon, and the moon was absolutely infatuated with Rohini. Well, this made the other 26 sisters jealous, and they complained to Brahma about it. And Brahma eventually then made the moon gradually wax and wane. So he's losing his light, he's losing his splendor as part of punishment in a way for trying for the fulfillment of the earthly desires, right? So you have to have this spiritual bit with it and be doing it for the right reasons when things are in Rohini. Okay, so this is the morning of the 22nd. And let me get us to, there's the morning of the 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, and 28th is the next Friday morning. So let me back this up so you can see that these are going to be rising a hair earlier than they did initially, where on the 22nd when we started this, Jupiter rose at around 4 and Venus around 4:45. So let's see where they're going to rise now. Okay, Jupiter's way closer to rising at 4 than he was rising at 4:15 as before. And Venus, you're going to see, is going to rise at 4:30. So the difference is on from one Friday to the next. June 22nd, Jupiter rises around 4:15, and then earlier and earlier to rise around 4 a.m. on June 28th. Venus starts out rising around 4:45 on June 22nd and will rise around 4:30 on June 28th. So that is the tour for this week, and I hope you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful week, everybody. Thank you.